He's a travel writer. He's a blogger. Would you help me welcome Jake Heilbrunn?
My name is Jake Heilbrunn, and I'm the author of Off the Beaten Trail and a motivational speaker. I share my story because kids today are under a tremendous amount of pressure. There's been a huge rise in anxiety, depression, and all these other mental health issues. And by sharing my experiences and acknowledging these realities, it lets other students know that they're not alone, that what they're going through isn't permanent, and that they have so many different opportunities and paths available to them.
A lot of you are feeling stressed or anxious. Stressed or anxious about your ACT and your SAT and about all the AP classes you're taking, about what your parents want you to do and what you think you should do, and not to mention all the things that are going on in your life that no one else in this entire room even knows about. These things can make you feel stressed and sometimes trapped, as if things will not change and that your path is locked in. I'm here to tell you that this cannot be further from the truth.
He took his own experience, both good and bad. He used humor in a balanced way, and he was able to help students at Torrey Pines High School see why the importance of this decision was more than just I got accepted, but it is why I'm going.
The appearance of what you're doing, whether you're on social media or in a year or 2 or 3, you're gonna go to Harvard or Miracosta, or you're gonna work or travel, that does not define who you are and how successful you will be. At the end of the day, only one thing matters, and that is your well-being, your happiness.
The students in my class were very moved by Jake's motivation, by his being able to follow his dreams and follow his heart. They said to me that he was one of the most intriguing, engaging speakers that they'd seen in their time in high school.
Experiencing other ways of life and traveling, those are just a metaphor for the overall message, which is, moving past fear and listening to your inner voice and doing what you believe is right, even if it's the road less traveled.
My mind had projected that if I went and traveled, that I would become a beggar on the streets for the rest of my life, and I'd just become this huge failure that would never amount to anything. But when I said these fears aloud to her, I realized that my thoughts were just that. Thoughts. So I sat there, and my mind starting to move a mile a minute, and I imagined myself living in this third world country and volunteering and making an impact in the community I'd be living in. And I would meet people from all over the world and become so inspired that I could come back and make a difference in my community, society, and the world, and maybe even write a book about it.
When most students sit through assemblies, the casual, you want to leave, you're falling asleep, but when Jake spoke, he really spoke with so much passion that you couldn't take your eyes off. You wanted to keep listening, you wanted to hear more. So I just thought he's an incredible speaker, and what he did and how he conveyed it really showed how passionate he was.
Upon returning home from my journey, I had a realization that true happiness stems from the process of following your own true path, despite what others may say or think. It's okay to not have everything figured out. All of us feel anxious and uncertain about what we're going through and what the future will look like. But we must have the courage to listen to our inner voice and pursue our dreams.
You could feel his passion, and he was walking around and making eye contact with everybody, and you felt like he was talking to just you in the room, and it was very motivational and encouraging.
And it starts with taking that step back and getting in touch with who you are, listening to your inner voice, and then taking action. Thanks, guys.